So here we are. Katawa Shoujo is finished, and school's done for the semester. Never thought I'd see this day. But hey everybody, primusprime22 here, and we're just going to be doing a little update video. Not even a little update video, this is a smashing update video. That really, we're completely changing the direction of the channel, and I'm going to just talk about that stuff here today. So first thing is, I'm going to be back to a schedule system. However, I won't be doing it on multiple days. I'm going to be doing it on a weekly schedule. So there should be one video a week, at the very least one video a week. We've had, including this one, 3 videos this week, so there's that. But we should be getting back on schedule. Well, I guess we are on schedule now, but you know, we'll be continuing to do weekly videos. And you'll see a new video next week, and then the week after that. Second thing on the agenda, I've tweeted about that I have plans for what I'm going to do for the next long series after Katawa Shoujo. But between me making those plans and finishing the series, I kind of accidentally seem to have started more series like Battlefield 1942 and Europa Universalis 3. And I do intend to complete those at some point, so I am going to finish those. And we've actually garnered a few fans of those series, so thank you guys for popping up. It really means a lot that you guys like that kind of stuff. I like making it, so, you know, win-win. So the plans I have that I haven't really talked about much about the ending of Katawa Shoujo, what series I'm going to do from then on, that's shelved for a bit. Another thing I should note is that I still intend for the Primus Picks video to come out on December 31st. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then I don't need to explain too much. It's not that important. You'll see. The really big bulk of what I want to talk about in this update video is I want to make something clear to you guys. I am not a Transformers channel, and I have never been a Transformers channel. I've done Transformer videos, and those were the most popular videos on the channel, but I never wanted to lock myself up into the status of being called a Transformers channel. One, I really don't like the fandom. I don't want to be, you know, interacting with them too much. But that's normally a thing that's always in the background. But recently, Transformers has just sort of collapsed. And first, let's ask I'm going to be stopping making Transformer videos on the channel. No more Transformers lore on this channel. No more Transformers lore podcasts on this channel. We're stopping that. I don't enjoy making those videos. I never watch those videos back. They just have no worth to me. And I just don't want to keep making them. And there's a lot of things besides that I've sort of stacked up for me to make this decision. And really, it all comes down to, why does my series, Transformers Lore, why does that series exist? And there are 2 reasons that series exists. One, it's to help people get into the new stuff coming out of Transformers. Too many times you see people who are like, oh, I only watched the 80s cartoon, and I hate those kinds of people. But Transformers Lore exists to promote new stuff coming out of Transformers for, you know, people who actually want to be part of the whole fandom, I guess. And the second part is to help people understand the more complex side of Transformers Lore, because until recently, Transformers Lore has been very in-depth, complex, and well put together if you know where to look. And those places to look are often really, really obscure. So the Transformers Lore really takes my expertise on Transformers and pushes it out to help people understand stuff. Now, those 2 points, to help get people into Transformers and to help people understand the complex side of the lore, have crumbled apart. First, let's talk about new stuff to Transformers. What new stuff are coming out? The movies, the IDW comics, the Robots in Disguise cartoon, and the new other cartoon that's coming out. The new Combiner Wars show, Titans Return, and the Legends manga. And the thing is, Robots in Disguise, I don't like it. They do not have enough plot advancement. It's just killing my mind just to watch it. I know it's gotten better in more recent episodes, but I can't be bothered to go through all the crap to get to a decent newer season. Hardly anybody liked the Combiner Wars show, and that they decided that making more of those shows is a good idea is just brain numbing. The IDW comics are they're just collapsing their continuity in order to push sort of political agendas, and we'll get to talking about that later. The movies are all being the movies. The only really good thing of Transformers coming out now is the manga, Transformers Legends. But Western fans, which my Transformers lore series is sort of geared to, just make all these obnoxious comments about, oh, it's a manga, oh god, I'm giving KISS players flashbacks, because you know they've listened to KISS players. I've said this before, you can tell when someone knows nothing of what they're talking about when they say read KISS players, because you don't read KISS players, you listen to it. It's a radio show. Yeah, there's a manga sort of thing that sort of adapts part of it, but it's not anything like the series. It's like saying you've watched Transformers the movie by only reading the adaptation comics that cut out a few scenes, and it's the movie adaptations adapt more of the movie than what the KISS Player manga, which is just 3 volumes by the way, that covers hardly anything in the series. So that's how there's nothing I care about coming out right now besides Legends that I want people to get into. Now we talk about the second part of Transformers lore, and that's to help people understand the complex side of the lore. And the fact is, Transformers has gotten rid of any continuity or lore. First, the Transformers fan base isn't ready for a series like that, because the Transformers fan base isn't like any other fan base that cares about continuity and lore. They're not like DC or Marvel Comics fans, they're not like Elder Scrolls fans, they're not like Star Wars or Star Trek fans. The Transformers fandom mostly cares about the toys, which baffles me to this day. But when it comes to stories and continuity, they put themselves in a very narrow, shelved view. You have the Generation Wars, and that's just ridiculous. It's not a... It might be a vocal minority that says it. But that's enough to give an image of not enough people really care about the lore. Second, Fun Publications is gone. Fun Publications was the company who had put out so many things, comics, text stories, Facebook pages, that tied the continuity together, and it was thanks to them that Transformers had a good, cohesive continuity. And then they're gone, and now it doesn't really... Nobody's keeping continuity in check, and it's all falling apart. Transformers The Last Knight threw away all sense of continuity, even within itself. And IDW refuses to make any movie adaptation comics anymore, and tie-in comics to fix continuity. The movie continuity is dead. The movies aren't dead, the continuity is dead. Now back to the subject of IDW and how their continuity is falling apart. I'm not going to go into the details of the IDW boycott, I already made a video on that. But basically, Aubrey Citizen is gone. Let me say that I'm very disappointed that IDW let Aubrey Citizen off. I'm not happy with the fact that a company effectively, didn't outright, but effectively fired a dude because people were offended on the internet. That's just ridiculous. And especially during the holiday season too. I'm just really disappointed that IDW did that. Second, when I made that boycott video, and you guys know that I hate the word boycott because that's not exactly what it was, but after it, Mags Visaggio blocked me on Twitter for whatever reason. So do you think I want to spend money to support a book of someone who's blocked me on Twitter? Of course not. However, with Citizen gone, I had the opportunity to read the comics up until whenever Transformers vs. Visionaries, which was Visaggio's book, whenever that book comes out. So I started reading, and I wrote a whole essay on this, but I saw that First Strike, there's a scene in First Strike that pretty much made G.I. Joe continuity just not make sense. I'll link the essay in the description. But basically, ultimately, what it comes down to is that political messages have taken a more important stage than actual continuity, storytelling, and lore. And I don't really want to bother with all that. I don't want to bother paying attention and studying these stories just to have it all not matter in the end. So I'm done with that. And all these factors together might not mean anything on their own. But when they're all stacked together and there's really no good thing I can see in the entire trend, in continuing to do my Transformers lore series, that's when I say, alright, I need to step back, I'm done with this. So again, there will be no more Transformers content on my channel. That being said, one thing I care about most, one thing I've learned from this whole ordeal with the nightmare that is Transformers lore series, is that I don't like putting myself in a corner. I don't like taking choices away from me. So I don't want to say that I will never make a Transformers video again, because what if I wanted to, you know? What if I just want to? I'm not going to stop myself just because I said so, even if I want to. So there is a link in the description to a channel called Transformers Lore that I made. If I ever as unlikely as it will be, ever decide to make another Transformers-based video, it will be on that channel. So check that out. But yeah, nothing's scheduled. And I want to thank you guys for checking out this content. It was fun. But, you know, life moves on, life changes, and just like that, the channel has to change. I know that some of you will be disappointed with my decision, but, you know, Transformers isn't what the primusprime22 channel is about, and I let it take too much of a front stage in my channel. Now we'll be doing more things like games and talking videos, just to get this, you know, for you guys to know me as a person. Sort of like what I've been doing, like the suicide prevention video, Yahoo Answers God, some of the more game videos I made. And I don't want to be a game channel either, let's make that clear. I do games, I don't want to be a game channel. What this is the primusprime22 channel. A channel for primusprime22. Whatever I feel like making will be there. I might make reviews, I might make rants, I guess. It's my channel, it's a representation of myself. You feel me? As far as social media goes, Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch are going to stay the same. The subreddit's going to be abandoned because when we take out the Transformers community of this channel, I'm not so sure that the size of the primusprime22 community would be justifiable to have a subreddit page. So I'm going to abandon that for a little while. There will be changes to Discord. Those of you in the Discord server will hear about it in a little while, once I've made all the plans I have to make. But we're entering a new era in the primusprime22 channel, the fourth era, if you will. And for those of you who decide to stick around, those of you who are interested in my content, thank you so much for sticking around. It means a lot. And we're gonna sail into better waters from here on out. So get yourself buckled in for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. And if there's anything I forgot in this update video, I'm sure you guys will ask me questions in the comments. I'll be sure to try to answer as many questions I can in the comments below. So yeah, I'll see you next week, I guess. It's good to be back. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.